All right, what's happening? Welcome back to Behind the Brakes, episode 13, and it is just me. It has been a crazy, I don't know, 2, 3 weeks. Corporate life absolutely consuming me. And then, of course, 2 packs a day is back at it, breaking and single shows, which we had to completely redesign our setup. And I think we're actually going to do a show about all the work that went into that. I'm learning a lot, and I think you've heard us talk about this before. But setup was everything, so we kind of looked at our setup back in the room, as we call it, and a lot of work went into that. But RJ and Brian had a show as I record this last night. They had a show and broke some Bowman Chrome. Did an incredible job. Appreciate everybody jumping in there to support those guys on 2 packs a day. But yeah, corporate life took me to Toronto last week for about a week. Awesome city. The weather was nice, not too terribly cold. I was expecting to be met with some, cold Canadian weather, but it wasn't too bad. Nice little trip. Great people up there. Had every intention of going to see, I think it was Tuesday night, the Braves and the Jays play. And of course, that didn't happen. Corporate life will get to you, right? But it's all right. I went back to the room and got to watch it on the TV. Wasn't the same. Still have still on the bucket list for me to go to every Major League Baseball stadium. I was this close. Hopefully, we get a chance to go back up there. The company I work for opened up a new factory up there, so decent chance that'll happen. But definitely a miss. But can't beat yourself up about it. Just kind of like the podcast. We started this thing in January. We're on episode 13, having an absolute blast. But, don't forecast things like, work and then getting back into breaking in the time that takes up. Couldn't beat myself up. I was definitely disappointed last week and the week before, the episode being shorter. And then, it's a little slow on the guest, but that's really on me with the job. But we've got some folks lined up, really excited about it. So in the next few weeks, we'll be back in our normal routine, normal schedule, getting everything back together. But this week's pretty excited because we have Emerald City Rips was a guest a while back, one of our original guests. Absolutely incredible guy. His story is worth going back and listening to that just for his story alone, what he and his family have done, chasing a dream, and the way they went about it, and just continue to watch that guy have success, and what he's been able to do is awesome. But what we did that day was when we were talking to him, the guy had so many incredible stories that we ended up hitting record after the initial episode, and just absolutely floored us with a couple stories. You're really going to want to listen to this. The title of this episode is Emerald Rips a God Case. You have to listen because it truly was, and that's something what he was able to grab was something I think we'd all love to be able to do. But you got to hear the story. I don't want to take away from it. So go ahead and listen to that. Give it a show or give it a listen, and we'd love to have some input from you on our show. Ask us questions. If you have guests that you think would be great, we'll take everybody. As long as you're a good person, have a good story, and treat people right, we want to have you on here because it's really about just growing a community and helping people. You never know. You might have a tip that really helps change somebody's trajectory in their breaks in their card business, or maybe they find a card they want. We've had some incredible people that just really value helping others in the hobby out and really made some connections. So we want to keep going on with that. But a couple of things that I want to chat about real quick. It's kind of tough without my partner in crime, RJ, here, but that's all right. Again, he's a very busy guy, so we got to jump on when we can. But a couple of things I'm surprised. I'm going to talk sports, in general for me, things I'm interested in. So take it or leave it. And if you disagree with my comments, please, by all means, give me a shout and let me know. Drop a comment wherever or shoot us a note on Instagram. Just some of my takes, the Cubs. I'm a huge Cubs fan, been a Cubs fan my entire life. And that's mainly because of WGN, being an old dude. They were showing their games on WGN across the nation during the day. They played during the day. It was before they had lights. So always been a Cub fan, soft spot in my heart. Fast forward today, I'm married a woman from Chicago, so kind of a cool to be able to now kind of claim them as a home team versus just liking them because as a kid. But Kyle Tucker, the no batting gloves Kyle's up there absolutely raking. Now, what has he got? 15 RBIs, 5 home runs. So good for him. That's great to see. This kid, Wilyer Abreu up in Boston, the guy's hitting 421. That's absolutely insane. Another guy I don't know if I have any of his cards, but definitely would be somebody I'd be tucking away. Maybe he'll sneak in and snag a AL MVP. As I say that, as it comes out of my mouth, people are like, yeah, Judge. So I get it. Judge is still the guy. But it's nice seeing these younger dudes come up and have a day. I think that's his first season with Boston, so good for him getting out there and winning. So it's pretty awesome. I saw that the Braves, they're starting to win again. I don't really care. I'm not a Braves fan, and I prefer they didn't win, but I'd rather they won than the Dodgers. I'll slip that in there. First, the largest crowds in 17 years, so that's pretty awesome. So the hobby might flourish off that. The more people get out there and watch games, might be more interested in cards and what's happening in the trading card space. So always love seeing that. And but for me, the biggest thing for me is watching Corbin Carroll, Arizona Diamondbacks fan out here in Phoenix, Arizona. He is crushing it. Again, probably no chance to get the NL MVP with Shohei being Shohei, because he's always going to be Shohei. But it's awesome to see him on fire. But they're still not the Dodgers. And I guess you got Jackson Merrill out there in San Diego doing great things. So pretty exciting stuff. And I know the draft's coming up. I don't track it like a lot of people do. I know a lot of people in the hobby really want to check out who's going where. Cam Ward's going to be a Titan, I'm sure. And whatever happens after that with the Giants and the Browns, I actually feel bad for whatever kid gets selected by whatever those teams are, because, history, right? History's not on their side. But anyway, it's a big time for sports right now. And then, of course, for me, my sport is obviously F1. Some craziness has been going on there. Drivers getting demoted to other teams, other drivers getting promoted. So kind of a crazy season, but a lot of fun. F1 is F1, but when you see a guy get demoted, it certainly kills his card value. So 2 races in, this guy, his card value is probably on a massive surge, and then of course gets demoted. What happens? So Liam Lawson's cards, if you're holding on to him, well, maybe he'll surprise everybody when he and the demoted team he went to and absolutely crush it. And I'm here for it. I'd love to see him win a race. Not going to happen, but that would be absolutely incredible. So good for him. But yeah, it's kind of where we're at. Just wanted to kind of run through a couple of things I've been thinking about. It's been a great weekend for me to get some rest after just some craziness at work and kind of resetting. Did a lot of rethinking and planning for the podcast. And, those people out there doing podcasts, and there's a lot of them out there that do incredible work, especially in the trading card space. I love every one of them, listen to them all the time. It's a lot of work. So, big respect to those guys doing what I can to keep up and kind of put out a product that people enjoy. And I certainly hope that you do enjoy it. But if you're not enjoying my ramble about the news and my takes on some of the things happening in sports, you're going to want to listen from this point on, because Emerald stories are just awesome. So sit back and enjoy. Appreciate everybody listening. Please give us a shout. Take a second, give us a comment, and or some feedback. If we could do something different, something better, or again, if you have somebody that might be a cool guest, has an amazing collection, or is doing something amazing in the breaking space, reach out, let us know. Really excited to hear from you. And with that, take it away, Emerald. Thanks, everybody.
So we were ripping, I was a new breaker, and we were ripping Platinum Anniversary. I'm sure you guys remember that, the green boxes.
Yeah.
And it was like a craze for a whole 2 months. And I caught the wave before it was a craze because it was cheap, right? It was cheap for a beginning breaker. So I bought, I don't know, 5 cases or 4 cases. And it was at the time when I finally got paid from Whatnot after, 3 weeks of shipping. But so I finally got the cases, and I'm doing toolbox breaks, and I'm noticing on this case, it was the first 2 boxes, is there's no refractors, and then every 6th card or something is turned backwards. And I was like, what? And next pack, same thing. Next pack, same thing. Next pack, auto. Oh, there's our 1 auto for the case, for the box. A couple packs later, I'm like, where's all the numbered cards and colored refractors? Nothing. Sure enough, another auto. I'm like, another auto. 2 autos in 1 box? This doesn't happen. Just kept it going. It was a trend. I'm like, do you guys see this? I'm saying it on the stream. Do you guys see this? And everyone's like, yeah, we see it. We see it. I'm like, watch. The next one's going to be an auto. 7 autos in that box. 7. Next box. So 2 box break. Second box. Same thing. No colored, no refractors, no numbered, auto. What? A couple packs later, auto. What? A couple packs later, auto. I'm like, you guys, it's doing it again. 14 autos in that break.
That's awesome.
People are like, we have a God case. We have a God case. Don't tell anybody. Don't bring him in here. Sure enough, from 10 people to over 100 show up in my stream, and I'm a new streamer.
Yes.
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 And I had 10 more boxes left. And everyone's like, we need to break the whole case. Do it all at once. I'm like, no, I've never done it before. I'm not doing it all at once. We'll put 2 boxes out there. Spots are selling for over $100.
That's crazy.
2 box breaks.
My
for platinum.
goodness.
The box costs $125.
Yeah.
30
Man.
spots. It was the most insane thing. I hit 84 autos.
That
7 times
is crazy.
7 times 12? Is that 84? 86.
86, yeah. No,
86,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
86 autos out of that case. It's crazy.
Quality control failed on that one. But
say, you know, the people that you just drove insane were all the guys that go out there and crunch the numbers and be like, well, you get an auto in every one, and you know, and then you're like, well, that just crushed the numbers. So
somewhere in America, some guy got no autos.
A lot of people got no autos. I couldn't believe it. I took this photo, and it was like this buffet of just autos everywhere. It's crazy.
My goodness. Did you
did
you break it all that night though? Did you end
all
up?
of it?
That's
My
awesome.
wife comes out at 3:30 in the morning.
Filling so fast at that point. Everyone's probably like, I want to get in on this box. You know?
Seconds. So you go from $1 to 50 to 80 to 100. And I was like, you guys, like, we can just set the price at like 50. I felt bad because it was, you know, a product they were paying for in 3 spots.
So what was the biggest auto that was hit out of the 86?
You know, Noble Meyer to 5. That was it.
That's about right.
The biggest one besides that was Will Clark to 25. So it was 86 bad autos. But I think everyone was like, there's got to be a Shohei in here or something, you know, but
right.
No.
Yeah. That's when you're just holding out hope. All right. It's got to have one. There's got to be one.
That's what I was saying. Like, hopefully it has one for these guys. Are going to be so mad.
Man. Will Noble to 5.
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What about getting other stories? That was beautiful.
This one hit home a lot because it was a couple months in, and you know, my channel's getting bigger. Maybe I have 500 followers, and I thought that was good. You know, you need to sell 1,000 things on Whatnot to get paid instantly, and I wasn't there yet.
Yep.
Someone, you know, and I tried to stream a certain way to where people felt good to come back. Like we were, you know, I want to be friends with everybody. And that's how I do it in everyday life. You know, I want to be very, very upfront and real. And someone came in and was like, hey, Emerald, you won't believe this. I was in the Meyer, and I'm from West Coast. I don't know what Meyer is. That's like it's East Coast or Midwest thing.
Right.
He's like, I was in a Meyer this weekend, and some 2 guys were in the card section talking about Emerald City Riffs on Whatnot. And I walked up, so they had a 3-way conversation about my channel. And I was just
You have arrived, man.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, wow, that made me. I was like, no way. That felt like it felt good.
Yeah,
you know? Some guys in Ohio in a Meyer talking about my channel. So
yeah, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Super cool.
Wow.
Something I won't forget that.
That's incredible. Good for you, man. That says a lot about what you're building. So that's awesome. I'm glad to have you on here. So appreciate you sharing that stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to hit end on this because I'm just going to, if you have to drop off, go, you know, tuck the kids in, but you're going to drop another awesome story and I'm going to have to hit record again.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's,
I also think we need to have your wife on because my goodness, sounds like she's like an awesome human being behind this thing.
Well, that's the thing is I probably wouldn't be able to do this if she would have said, no, we're not, that sounds silly. I would have done it, you know, not because she's making the decisions, but like, if we don't agree on something together,
sure,
we're not gonna do it.
No, I mean, we're both married and we're both doing this podcast, and both of our wives were like, "Yeah, go for it,
go for it."
So we know that if you don't have the support, you're just kind of like, you know, feel the tug a little bit.
It's a lot harder.
I mean, and I have 2 boys, 4, and my second son is turning 1 next month. So just being able to, I mean, I left a career.
You did.
I left a 10-year career as a manager. You know, making good money.
Yeah.
And to sacrifice, you know, obviously to have more time with my family, to do something I loved. Another thing for guys is if you're not passionate about the hobby, or if it's a sport, or you know, you're going to sound silly out there on the stream. You're not going to know what you're talking about. I mean, you're not after the right things. I think, you know, you got to be passionate about it, and you got to know. You know, you got to know what it's about, and for me, it's just like, I love this. This is fun for me. I'm my own boss. I make my own schedule. However hard I go that day or that week, um, is what we bring home, and it's not on my boss anymore. It's on me to do this the right way. So, I mean, it just put, a lot of responsibility, but, yeah, it's just something I love. That's awesome.
That's my vision for this podcast. I mean, we're building this thing because we love the hobby. We love the people that are doing the work, like you guys, and that's kind of the passion project for me. I mean, I get excited, but I had to work my corporate job today, and the whole time I'm thinking, man, I got to get home. I'm excited to talk to Emerald today. I'm texting RJ, getting some planning going. So that's kind of the same vision for us. So I love seeing it. Love seeing your success, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I've had some ideas of where I want to take it because like any business, this is still a business, and I've have other businesses that you can't just, you got to eventually scale.
Yeah.
And so I've had ideas of how to bring not just like money wise, but like how to bring Emerald City Rips to maybe my community here, and whether it's like maybe a card shop is in the works, but not your ordinary card shop. It's going to be very new age and bringing the community together.
Yeah.
Hosting events. I don't know. I don't want to reveal too much. Maybe the next podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. If we can help you, or hell, we'll fly out there and be a part of it, man. It was a big launch. Open up the thing. We'll do something, man. It'll be exciting to see you guys do it. And you get your sons involved in the hobby at some point, right? That'll be exciting.
It's what it's about. I think it's about the kids.
Yeah.
I think that's how you grow it.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's how I learned about it. Is my dad and my uncle. And we'd go after Sunday service and we'd go look at cards in the little glass tank. And, fast forward 20 some years, 30, and I go back to that same card shop. It's totally different, but it's still there.
That's incredible, man.
So,
and you're like, do you have any boxes in the back from when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Because that would be great.
What's funny is I think about this, and I probably shouldn't, but all those cards I looked at, and, I didn't have any money. My dad would buy it, or my uncle. And I always picked the Jay Buhner cards. Why did I pick that guy?
Because he was awesome back then.
He was awesome. That was my PC. I have booklets full of Jay Buhner pictures and cards, and I could have picked some guys that like Derek Jeters or whatever, but probably not worth very much. But to me they're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we all have that card. Those players. I mean, I'm partial to the old school guys. Tony Gwynn's my guy. I'm a huge Tony Gwynn fan. So I get it.
Yeah.
And then there's RJ with his Yankees,
Yeah, I mean that era Yankees, my uncle, my brother, huge Yankee fans, and it was that era. And so I was like a Seattle Mariners and Yankees kind of crossed fan.
Yeah.
We'd always go to the Mariners Yankees games, and it's just fun time.
Yeah, I sent RJ a clip a few weeks ago of Ken Griffey Jr. talking about whether he'd sign with the Yankees. I don't think RJ appreciated it very much.
No. He was very adamant. No, I'm not.
No, never. If they're the last team in the MLB, I think he said, no.
Yeah.
But the kid.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about Dominguez this next year?
Yeah, well, this is time to shine now, right? So, like, you hopefully get your hiccups out, this last year. You're going to come through and, fill our gap now that we lost Juan Soto, which, you know what, paying that money, I'm glad we're able to fill a couple other gaps, but,
Yeah. I mean, even with the major leagues like that, I mean, obviously Soto's still young, but established. Right. You move a new guy up now, right. Keep it rotating.
Yeah. And that was that was their core back in the day. It was all young guys that kind of came up together. And like, then they got to a point where they're like, hey, we're just going to start paying like really old people contracts, like a couple $1 million,
Yeah.
like love you, Carlos Beltran, but yeah, it's the very end of the rope stuff for they just go to cash out. So like, let's do it, see what happens.
Yeah.
So what are they putting Dominguez in left?
Yeah, I think they're going to move. I think they might talk about, are they? Because they were talking about putting Jazz back in second and then putting Judge back in right. I don't even know. Like at this point, right? Like there's probably going to be a signing or a trade before the season here, but we're coming up with March, February.
Yeah.
Like spring training, pitchers and catchers are reporting in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe?
a few weeks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Question for you guys. What is your guys' favorite product to break?
We usually, when we do, it's been a little bit since we broke. We did breaks and then we did singles, but like I like to stick to chrome, right? The shining,
Yeah.
So like we've tried to do paper before, like just series 1 and stuff, but like it's so flooded with it,
Yeah.
But yeah, we were big Topps Finest guys. And then
Same here.
Yeah, and then Stadium Club, when they had the chrome rendition, like I just love the photography on that, and but since they kind of pulled that and they just made chrome as inserts in those now, I'm a little sad about that. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, no, triple threads is great because you're saying, like everything that you're pulling out of there is like patch, auto, numbered to 18. You're like, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as like the tiers, you mentioned series 1. I don't do series 1. I did get one case this year, just one, not like a bunch of crazy, but I think you still got to like tier, you still have fan followers that maybe can't afford triple threads or sapphire. I've done sapphire breaks too. And it's like, you kind of cut out a lot of people that can't get in them. And I don't want to do that. So I did get a series 1. If there's ever any megas this year, I'll get those because they're fun to mix in. Multi-sport, like you guys joined a break, and multi-sport's fun because there's a number of hits all over. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I've actually, like personally, I've opened up a little bit more like MLS Chrome with like Messi now in it. Like that's actually like cheap for the chase, because you can get a box for like $100, $120, but like even Sapphire too, like some of that stuff. I think one of the guys that we interviewed last week, I think his show's coming up, but he hit a Messi auto out of 10.
Yeah, out of
it's
10.
like a $4,000 or $5,000 card, like easily.
Yep.
And you're like, geez. But
I'd love to try to do soccer. I mean, maybe even F1. I heard you guys on the last podcast. F1 it looks cool.
That's my thing. I'm a huge F1 guy. I absolutely love F1, and I'll throw both of you a knuckleball because I don't even know if RJ knows this. My favorite product right now is Topps Now. I love those images because you get them right away. Like if somebody does something huge,
I'm so opposed to them.
Really?
I just think it's a cash grab. Like, because they can create a Topps Now card around anything, and then the chase is, but now you could get like Otani, like you can now get a number out of 50, and like so many people are like buying into it, that they're literally just printing money, and I'm like, okay,
yeah, I don't know,
so I do have an account with Topps. It's just a public account like everyone else can get, and then the more you spend, the more amount of points you get, and you can't do anything with the points besides buy Topps Now. So the other day I spent like an hour cashing in like 200,000 points, buying all the Jaden Daniels playoff wins, 3 cards at a time, hopefully to get a 101. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see if it comes in, but
I don't know. I like the photography on it. I like the time. I know. Again, I'm a big sucker for F1, and like Lewis Hamilton drove Ayrton Senna's car.
His photos came out today of him in the red.
Yes,
right?
He's in Ferrari.
There's probably a Topps Now card right now.
Yeah.
Now he's going to give me a hard time now.
Yeah.
But I like him. Darn it. Yeah. And I'm going to keep liking him.
But that's the beauty of the hobby.
That's
Collect
right.
what you like.
Collect what you like.
I do have one more story for you guys before we go.
Dude, fire away.
I think one of the coolest moments I've had doing this as a job wasn't on stream. It was behind the camera. Me and my son were at a card shop, and we just started watching Star Wars. He's 4, and he's like, I want the Star Wars box. I'm like, bro, it's a $170 box. Like, we're not buying this. We'll get a Pokemon $7 pack. So, a couple of days later, I went back and I bought the box, last one on the shelf.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't be. Then the smile is so.
We're all dads, man. We get it.
Yeah. So last box, and you guys know you don't leave the last box. And we're sitting at my table. I let him sit here. Emerald City Rips green, and he's sitting in my chair, and he's opening them up, and he pulls a 101 sketch of Han Solo.
Oh, that's awesome!
Crazy, right? The sketch cards,
awesome.
Yeah. And I'm recording it, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And I took it from him because he's a kid. He just what? Anyway, we sleeved it up. I put all his stuff away. I mean, it was just such a cool moment because we were both excited about it, and Yeah. I don't know.
You'll have that memory forever, man. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Forever. Yeah. And one day you'll bust it out and you'll show them the video. Good for you, man. That's incredible.
Yeah. Super cool.
You'll never get rid of that card either.
No. I mean, I don't even want to think about selling it, you know?
Of course.
Right, yeah. It's just the memory.
At the moment, man. Love it.
Yeah. It was so awesome.
And that's the part of the hobby I love. You know, as we're talking to people and interviewing guys, those stories keep coming out. You know, RJ referred to the guy we just interviewed with, same thing. His son, he just took a case and let his son open it up. And you'll see this on the podcast, but his son hit a Lewis Hamilton autograph. And he was just leaning back in his chair, and he looks and he snatches it out of his hand because it's a $5,000 card. But he said, "I'm never going to sell it. I'll never get rid of that card because of that moment." So that's awesome.
Yeah,
love it.
I mean, the box already paid for itself by just the moment, you know.
Yeah,
100%. So, good for you, man. Right on. Well,
yeah, man.
It's awesome.
Appreciate you jumping on with us. I know you got some more important business to tend to right now, so. Let you get to that, and I'm sure we'll see you in some breaks. And then, of course, this relationship will press on, and look forward to keeping it going.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Take care.
Thanks for listening to Behind the Breaks. We appreciate you being here with us and helping us grow this community. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Make sure to like, follow, or subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.